In the last part, we saw that both Dave and Mike started for their home. Later, we see Dave meditating. Then Dave feels a monster rushing towards his ship. Moving forward. At the beginning of this part, we see the time before the monster attacks. Dave was meditating. Seeing him meditating, one of his soldiers says to another soldier, he is really a genius from the magic domain. Because ever after traveling in sea for such a long time, he can focus on meditation. Then he looks at Dave's divine statue and says, if this statue reaches level 10, he will evolve. But these are only in luck of people like Dave. Common people like us cannot even think of reaching there. Then Dave feels a huge dragon coming towards his ship. He alerts all his soldiers. He uses his shield to make the ship rise above water so that the monster cannot break the ship. The monster swims towards the ship. Dave and his soldiers creates a shield around the ship. The monster starts swimming around the ship. Then it manages to break the ship's shield. Dave introduces him to the dragon and asks, why are you attacking us? Dragon replies, poor human, you have captured our young master. Return him to us. Dave says, there must be some misunderstanding. We have not even met your young master. The dragon becomes angry and attacks Dave. Dave tries to save himself using a shield, but fails. That attack leaves a scar on Dave's arm. This happened with Mike, too. So, Mike was confused. Because he was just singing and heading towards his home. He didn't even hit anything. But we realized that due to the perilous speed, their body has become connected. Here, the dragon tells Dave, you are just a human. Don't mess with me. Then a symbol appears before Dave and Mike. A voice comes out of that saying, perilous speed has broken into 2 pieces. Now both of you will live one life. Then both become curious and touch the symbol. So, Mike gets teleported to Dave's ship. Mike asks Dave, what has just happened? Then Mike sees the dragon and hides behind Dave. The dragon says to both of them, you have captured my young master. And now you are trying to disrespect me. So, I'll kill you all now. Dave says to Dragon, there must have been a misunderstanding. Then Mike points towards Dave and says, it is all his fault. Why will you kill me? Then Mike uses his wings and flies away from the ship. Then the dragon turns into 2 water dragons. One attacks Dave and his ship. And the other one rushes towards Mike. Mike uses thunder technique to escape the dragon. But it does nothing to the dragon. Then Mike uses his wind blade to cut the dragon into pieces and returns to the ship. Because Dave also killed the other water dragon. Then the real dragon returns and moves towards the ship. So, Dave and his soldiers use shield to protect themselves. But some soldiers fall into the water. The dragon broke some parts of the ship too. Then the dragon moves towards Mike. Dave holds his book and creates a formation. Meanwhile, Mike's energy was transferring to Dave. So, Dave becomes more powerful. He creates a seal and holds the dragon in one place. But he cannot hold him in one place much longer. So, he says to Mike, use your strongest attack to kill this dragon now. Mike starts creating his strongest attack. But Mike didn't have enough energy left to complete the attack. Then, some energy transfers from Dave's body to Mike's body and Mike completes the attack on the dragon. So, the dragon gets injured and falls into the water. But it returns. So, Dave joins his soldiers to create his divine statue. He says to Mike, when the dragon arrives, I'll put all of the statue's energy into you. Then you kill the dragon. Mike worries, but if I fail, all of us will die. Dave tries to boost Mike's confidence by saying, are you afraid? Mike rushes towards the dragon with full confidence. Dave transfers control of the statue to Mike. Mike gets out a weapon and uses the statue to strongly attack the dragon. As a result, the dragon loses its teeth. After a couple of attacks, the dragon dies. After its death, the sky becomes clear. Mike and the ship's soldiers becomes happy. Dave too was smiling. Mike says to him, I have seen you smile for the first time. Then they both remember the symbol. They both realize that all of this happened because of that pearless bead. Mike angrily says to Dave, "Quickly get this bead out of my body. Why should I take your injuries on my body?" Dave replies, "Don't act like a kid." Mike, trying to hurt Dave, stumbles upon a box. Then a lot of thorny fishes fall on him. Mike quickly removes them from his body. Then he sees the scars from the fishes appear on Dave's face too, because their body got connected due to the pearless bead. Now Mike laughs loudly seeing Dave's face. Dave becomes angry. Then he throws another box of fishes on Mike. Mike shouts in pain. A few moments later, they sit down quietly. We can see that both of their faces turn red because of the fishes. Mike tells Dave, "If I wasn't attached to you, I would have killed you by now." Dave replies, "But you cannot do this. Because if you hurt me, you'll also get hurt because of the pearless bead. Moreover, this pearless bead has other functions too. One is transferring our energy between us. This is what happened while fighting the dragon." Mike says, "This is a very useful function." Then Dave talks about the third function of the pearless bead. It was teleportation. This helped Mike reach Dave's ship. To check the teleportation, they both repeat the same things, which the symbol told them. But nothing happens. So, Mike creates different body position and repeats those words again and again. Still nothing happens. So, Mike asks Dave to copy his position. Dave unwillingly listens to Mike. The teleportation system still does not work. They continue with multiple body position to create the teleportation system. Dave's soldiers were misunderstanding their sounds. Later, Dave says to Mike, "Maybe we cannot activate the teleportation system by ourselves." Then both remembers that they both touched the symbol with their fingers. Only then the teleportation system got activated. Remembering this, they both puts their fingers close to each other's and repeats the same words. Then the teleportation system gets activated and Mike is pulled out of the ship and thrown back to his dolphin. Mike tells the dolphin, "Without Dave, the world looks peaceful." Dave was drinking soup and Mike starts singing. Dave hears him singing too, because another function of the pearless bead was telepathy. Now Dave gets disturbed hearing Mike's discordant singing. He then slaps himself, which is felt by Mike too. He then falls into the water. Mike gets angry too. Then Mike says, "Will Dave hear everything I say? Then there is no privacy left for me." Dave then slaps again to shut Mike down. Mike now gets very angry and jumps right onto the dolphin's nose. As a result, both shouts in pain. And this part ends right here.